Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me okay. So just me today. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong signal, so there we go. Just me today. We're on the ground here in a small island off the coast of Denmark, and we're actually in Germany. So we're going to do a little bit of a trip around Denmark. A recent achievement just came out for Firefly, the virtual airline I fly with last night, and I'm heading off. I'm heading off on holidays tomorrow, so I thought it might be a good time and opportunity to knock that one over. So I'll give you a quick rundown in terms of what we're doing. And if you're looking for the flight plan or the route, if you put !route into the chat, it'll actually come up in terms of the flight plan, and I'll just throw it into Discord here once I get it downloaded. I'll just get that exported. So we're stopping. We're going to do I'll put it in the Discord first before I run through it. Actually, hang on a second. Let me see. It's the one. Save that. And then we want to go in here. So it'll be in the flight plans channel in Discord. And as I say, !route into the chat, and you'll get the route as well. So I am going to brighten things up. Actually, we'll see what time it is. If that's dawn, I might just leave it. Where are we? Here we go. Right, that's the flight plan getting loaded up in the Discord now. And as I say, !route into the chat, and it'll bring it up. It looks like Gil beside me, so I haven't even got started yet. So you can give me a few minutes. Let's see what time it is. So it's dawn. So we'll leave it at that. We'll fly a little bit. I know it's a little bit dark, but it'll be a nice wee sunrise and stuff coming up. And we've also got live weather on as well. So as I say, we're in Germany. So we're in a small kind of island just off the coast of right off the coast of Germany, actually. I think it is. And we're going to fly up through Denmark. So we've got a number of stops along the way. So let's just have a quick squiz at where we're going to be going. So we're at a place called. We're starting Germany. Let me bring this up on screen for you. Here we go. No, not that one. That one? Yeah, that one. Everything's moved around since we've done the joint streams. Okay, so we're at a small airstrip here, just off the coast of the sort of northern Germany, southern Denmark, and we're launching from a small airstrip at the Helgoland Dune airfield, which is Echo Delta X-Ray Hotel. So if anybody wants to join in or fly along, it's Echo Delta X-Ray Hotel, and we're live weather, live time on the Southeast Asian server. And we're basically going to go. So we're going to do a brief stop at a place called St. Peter Ording Airport, which is Echo Delta X-Ray Oscar. And then we turn toward Silt Airport, which is Echo Delta X-Ray Whiskey, which is a coastal. It's just off the North Sea. It's almost like a little coastal kind of causeway. Then we'll continue our journey sort of northeast, up to a place called Billund, Billund Airport, which is Echo Kilo Bravo India. So that's in Denmark. Then we hit the Skive Airfield, which is further north. These are all sort of short hops. You can see there, 49 nautical miles, 57 nautical miles, 38 nautical miles, etc. So perfect for a small kind of GA plane. So Echo Kilo Sierra Victor is the next airfield, which is Skive or Skeeve. I'm not really sure. Then we'll head east toward Anholt Airport, which is Echo Kilo Alpha Tango, and then we head south to our final destination, which ultimately is Copenhagen, or Copenhagen. So Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. The last time I flew up here, I think I did fly up here. I can't remember exactly. It might have been further north. It might have been up around this kind of part of Norway, which was up around where the fjords are, and then into Sweden. It was absolutely spectacular, really really stunning. So this is an achievement, and where I was reading that from was this here. So this is an achievement of Firefly Air, hosted by FS Hub. This was created by, I think it was created by, it would have been created by the admin team, but probably mainly Six Knots. If you don't know what this is, myself and Big Boss will probably do a big stream on it at some point. But all I'll say is just go to twotonemurphy.com and sign up. It's it's a really fantastic sort of thing to be a part of in my book. And there's a weekly and monthly achievements, and this is one of the weekly achievements that just came out there last night. So good opportunity for me today just to get it done. As I'm not going to get flying until tomorrow week, as I'm away overseas. So as I say, if you want to join me, please hop in. Gil, I know you're waiting for me, and I'm talking, so just give me a few minutes and we'll get this thing started. Yeah, please jump in, and we'll go flying. Okay, so here we are. So I'm in the A2A Comanche. Absolutely love this plane. It's I broke it the last time I was in it, and it was this livery as well, so I might have to just make sure it's all good. But this is a Firefly Air livery. I think this was made by Kanzui. Apologies if I got that wrong, but he's one of the Fireflies, and it's about 500 pilots on the airline. So we're all pretty passionate about it, and have a lot of fun flying with each other and doing a lot of group flights and other bits and pieces. So the Comanche, hopefully it's good to go, and I'll jump in and get it started. So let's jump in. So I'll try and do this the quick way, because I know Gil's waiting for me. So just bear with me if I can remember how to do this. It's been a couple weeks since I've flown it. Alright, so let's go with, I'm not going to use any of my panels, I'm just going to leave those off. Let's go with tie downs and control locks and pitot covers off. We want to go battery. No, I shouldn't have done that actually. Let me do it the proper way. Let me go nav lights on, and yep, and we'll go alright, so let's see. So we want to go, right, where are my batteries? I have to remember this now. So I think that's battery master there. Yep, oops, what have I just done? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to zoom out. So we'll get our battery on. We want to get our fuel pumps on. Fuel pump, that's the one. I want to bring in a mixture, because I'm going to start up straight away. I'm going to bring the throttle in about 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to prime the engine. Oh, I'm going to turn the fuel tanks on. That's what I'm going to do as well. That would be ideal. So do that. Prime that 5 times. So that's 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We'll get our mags on, and we'll just go straight for a start and see what happens. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we've got it started. Let's leave the throttle up. The windows are starting to steam up. Like, how cool is that? I mean, it's just like, come on, like, the immersion's just fantastic. Okay, so that's good. So we've got our fuel pump on. Right, avionics is here. Let's get that on. Lights I'll leave off just for the moment. I will put my beacon on. I think that's pitot. Is that pitot heat? Yeah, I'll provide the pitot heat on anyway. I'm just going to bring out the carpet a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this one and just sort out my, I think that's it's a bit dark, but I think that's the cabin heat. Yep, it is. Let's just sort that out for a second. I'm going to clear all this stuff. I'm not going to worry about my flight plan just at the moment. I'm going to hit B on the for the reset of the altimeter. Turn my radio on. Where's the knob? That one. Let's get that on. We also want these ones on. That should do it. Yep, we go all the way around. What else I need to do? Mechanical wise, I think we're okay. Landing gear's good. Lights are okay. What else we need to do? Autopilot we'll do later if I'm going to use it. We'll just bring up our tablet. Oops. Get rid of those. Bring up our tablet just to check. So wheel chucks tied down, blah blah blah. Cabin vent, no. Defroster, shouldn't need it. Fuel payload's okay. Don't worry about me into the walk around. We're not going to do the inspection or anything. The heat's coming up. It's a bit cold in here. I think that's it. I'll just bring this back a little bit. I think that's it. So we will. Hopefully we haven't broken anything. We'll see how we go. Let's get rid of the tablet. Let's go for our lights. So we'll get all of our lights on just to get them going. Hang on a second. What's that one? That's okay. And make sure we leave full for the moment. Prop full. Carb heat. We'll go full the carb heat for the moment. And I think we're good to go. Let's get our chocks off from the tablet. Chocks are gone. I can do the parking brake, and yeah, we're good to go. Right, Gil. Let's start our taxi. So let's have a quick look. So we're going to be taking off from, I think it's runway 33. 33333, which is there. Okay, so that's the other end of the airfield, which is that into the wind or not? Doesn't look like it, but let's go find out. Alright, so I'm going to roll on down here. So we're going to come out. Oh, I'm hammering it. I forgot how quickly this thing taxis. Alright, so we want to sort of do a double back on ourselves, and then we'll back taxi down the runway here. Let's get the flaps going. Forgot how much this thing's a little rocket, you know, it just hammers along here. So it's a left turn onto runway 33. Oh, did I drop out far too much? I did. We'll back taxi down here and then we'll swing around and head out. So I think we'll have a crosswind by the looks of things, which is okay. If I've forgotten anything, you know, someone can let me know. Right, let's spin around here. Just make sure everything's all good. So I'm going to take off and do a right hand turn over toward the mainland, basically. So here we go. Hammer it. What's our speed? That should be enough. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful lift off. We actually had a tailwind. But that's okay. So we're going to go gear up. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely stunning? Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? What you wouldn't give to be doing this right now in the real world, huh? Especially on a Monday. Such a beautiful little plane. Okay, so we'll do a right hand turn, get our flaps up. We're absolutely wrecking the plane at the minute, so I'll reduce some of the pressure on some of the RPMs, etc. in a few moments. I'll just get her lined up first, and I'll just get her trimmed out as well. So that should be roughly about there in terms of, I'm just watching the Navigraph what's the word? sort of line. I haven't programmed in. I'll program in the flight plan at the next airport. So I'll just trim her out a little bit. I'll just get a slow climb on the go, and I think this is only about 30 miles or so this leg, so we want to sort of keep our altitude at a reasonable height, which at the moment I think we're a bit high, so we'll level. I reckon we'll level out about there. It's 2,500 feet, 3,000 feet. That's just plenty, so we can capture the site. So I'm just going to manually fly. I just use the trim to control my altitude, and I'm going to just ease back on the. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit, and I'm going to ease back on the mixture, and the propeller, and just bring the carb heat out a bit as well. I'm going to keep the throttle in full. I want to drain that mixture out to about 24. Bring it down to 24 pm. I'm trying to get the manifold pressure down to about 24 as well. So let's bring this up a little bit. I want that in a bit. I want that out a bit. It's starting to cut out. Hang on. I'll just bring my throttle back a little bit. That's a bit better. I'm trying to get them all lined up about 24, 24, 24. Hence PA-24. Whilst keeping my altitude under control, which is, far too high. So my RPMs are just a little bit high. That looks better there. So we'll try and maintain that, and hopefully that'll keep the engine under control. So it is a little bit bumpy. So I'm going to reduce my altitude a little bit. We'll come down to let's bring that back a little bit. We'll come down to about 2,000 feet, and I'm also off course, so it's correct here. And our speed is ridiculous. So we'll just keep an eye. We'll just try and play some speed here. So as I say, it's a short hop across to the mainland, and once we get to the mainland, then we'll do we'll head north, and then we'll sort of fly over like the causeways and the islands, just off the coast of sort of northern Germany, southern Denmark. Gil, how are you doing it? Where are you? Above me? Ah, okay, so yeah. Lovely. Beautiful. Right. I'm not really sure what was playing in the background there, but we'll have some little bit of tunage in the background here, I think. So I hope everyone's well. I've had a nice little Monday myself. I'm heading off overseas tomorrow, so I had to go and drop the dog off with a friend of mine. So he's taking the dog for a few days. So I did that this morning, and the dog was happy to go. He always is. He likes to have a break too. And got a haircut, something to eat, had some lunch. Came back and started packing my bag. I did that, and now I was just sort of messing around, sorting a few other bits and pieces out, and thought, well, maybe I'll do a bit of a stream and get a couple of flights in before I head off tomorrow. So I should have mentioned the total flying time is probably roughly about, it says 2 hours 20. So yeah, so you're talking about 2.5 hours. That's not too bad. That sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, off for the next 2 weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. And when I get back next week, I'll get back to doing a bit of flying. So, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna enjoy that view. Look at that view. I was flying across the UK the other night, and I managed to capture the solar eclipse. There's a clip on the Twitch page there somewhere, or YouTube, or one of them sites anyway. and just whenever I caught it, I was just panning the camera around, sort of like this, not that fast, and it just perfectly sort of captured it. It was absolutely stunning. So I just wanna bring that. We see this here. Look at that. That scene is just stunning, isn't it? Okay, so whilst the sun's coming up, we'll just go in here and get our. Oops, a little bit of shopping is going on over the internet. Get our lights sorted, so we'll turn the landing lights off. And that's it. I'll simulate the headphone sound as well, because I don't want the sound to be too distracting. So our pressure, manifold pressure is a little bit high. Let's bring the throttle back a little bit. Our RPMs are okay, and our fuel flow looks okay as well. We can see land, so that's good news. So the airport, that might even be it there. The airport's right on, just slightly inland. I think that is it actually. So we're in for that. Gil, you've probably got the airport in front of you, or just down below you. As you're a little bit ahead of me, so. P-28S. P-28's the arrow, the turbo, or the arrow. What's the S for? I've never heard of that. P-28S. Oh, look. It is the Cherokee. Oh, it's nice. So we're headed for St. Peter Ording. St. Peter Ording, Echo Delta X-Ray Oscar. Are we landing here? Yes, 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 mate. First landing is just at that airport. Echo Delta X-Ray Oscar, so St. Peter Ording. We can, if you want, you can do a quick touch and go, or we can do a full stop. Entirely up to you, mate. I'll do whatever once this stutter clears. Ah, there we go. So I'll just follow local stim in. That sunrise is just beautiful, isn't it? Alright, so we'll come back a little bit on the power and not too much. We don't want to lose too much pressure, so or too much. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll come back on the power. We'll throttle in our mixture full in case we need it, and we'll come right back on the power then, and we'll start descending. Touch and go, no worries, mate. We'll do touch and go. Yeah, so we could do probably. I mean, there was 1, 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops and then destination. So we can probably do maybe 3 touch and goes and 3 foot stops, maybe something like that. Let's see, where's that runway? Oh, yeah, I see it now, yeah. Right, tell you what, I'll hammer it along here to catch up. So I think the Comanche was built in the 50s. 50s 50s or 60s, so it's not the fastest machine in the world, but it is a beautiful machine. Okay, 180 horsepower. Wow. 4-cylinder. Alright, here we go. Down we go. So we're coming in very fast. I can't deploy flaps yet because if I do, I'll probably break them. So we'll just see if we can bleed some speed here once we get down a little bit closer. I can deploy gear though, so I'll do that to try and create a bit of drag. And the thing is, everything's simulated in this plane, so you literally will break a flap, and I have tested it, and it does. You can break a flap. Yep. And I did sort of break this the other day. I accidentally landed with my gear not deployed, and the reason how I did that is because not your flaps now. Is because on my throttle quadrant, when I hit the toggle for the gear down, you got to do it twice, and I did it once, and I just stupidly assumed that the gear was down. It wasn't. Not only was it not down, it I don't even think the flaps were down either, because that seemed to have broken as well. Okay, let's try a touch and go. Get a little bit of power here just to control the machine. And we are coming down real fast, so here we go, nice and easy. We're still very fast. We've got a little bit of a crosswind, but that's okay. And I just want to get the wheels down, get the wheels down, get the wheels down, get the wheels down. Should touch now. There we go. Full power. Gonna make a Horlicks of that. Back up again. I'll take it. Gear up. That was perfection. I'll take it. What flow give me? I don't know what flow give me, but LRM give me 85. Oh, that's dead on. Yep, that was definitely a bit of a messy one. You know what it is? This yoke I've got, it's not very smooth. Like you pull the yoke back, and it jerks around a lot. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be greased and smoothed out and loosened up a little bit. But that's okay. Let's trim myself out here. Here we go. That's better. Okay, alright, so we're going to left-hand turn. We're heading to Echo Delta X-Ray Whiskey, which is a place called, what's it called? It is called Silt Airport. So that's where we're headed now. Silt Airport. So, Gil, we might do another touch and go. Actually, I could do with the practice because I haven't done touch and goes in a long time. And as I say, I want to get back from my holidays. I'm gonna see if we can sort out the show, but I'm gonna buy a new one anyway. So, over Christmas, I plan to refresh some of the equipment. We're looking at getting the honeycomb. Alpha Bravo. I don't need the pedals. I've got the Cytec pedals here. They're fine. For all you use it for, you know what I mean. But definitely looking at the Alpha Bravo for the throttle and yoke, and in particular, I want to go and get the Boeing and the Airbus add-ons for both, or for the Bravo. Yeah, so I'm looking for that sort of thing, and I haven't looked in a while to see when their screens are going to come out. Well, I wouldn't mind having a look at those to see if we can get the screens. How do we do this? Let me see. Refresh. Ah, there we go. So there was a couple of people followed whilst I was offline. So just a quick shout out to WhoCraft Live and what's that one say? LinkedIn _. So welcome in. Thanks for the follow. I have a sneaking suspicion you guys were following Viperstrike. And if anyone doesn't know who Viperstrike 95 is, you should know. So yeah, go and check out Viperstrike 95. He does a lot of round the world trips on the streams. Also does airliner ops, GAA flights. It does a mixture 3 times a week. Does a mixture of different types of flying, and some really interesting stuff too, based on historical trips and things like that, and you know, actual real world accomplishments of certain pilots, etc. So I jumped in last night very briefly. I never get a chance to jump into a stream because it's always around that midnight 1 AM mark for me. But I normally watch him back offline, and he's yeah, it's some impressive stuff he comes up with, and the knowledge, and you know, and the sort of in-depth descriptions of the planes, and you know, like I jumped in very briefly last night as an example. I jumped in last night, and he already was talking about the DC-3 and the Breedling DC-3, and there was it taken around the world of 65 leg tour. I think they were on 57 or 58 last night, and he has the real world book, and that's where his source notes come from, and his, you know, all the material, and that's where he used that to plan the route and stuff like that. Which I just think is very smart, and he had the book linked in the bot. So you put in !book, it'll take you straight to the Amazon link. Things like that. That's, you know, it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty good. So I'll get there eventually, and myself and Big Boss will get there eventually in terms of doing all that stuff. It just takes a while to set it all up, you know. So as I say, ! route into the chat if you want to, you know, come flying with us, and we're on the Southeast Asian servers. Myself and Logo Stim, both in Pipers. I think Logo's in the Piper Cherokee or the Arrow, and I'm in the Comanche. We're doing a tour of Denmark, sightseeing tour of Denmark, and the sightseeing tour was created by 6 Knots. From the Firefly or admin team. So thank you, 6 Knots. And it just so happened that timing was beautiful, and we took off at dawn. And look at that! Look at that! Like, it's just, look at that! You know, wow. I think that requires a screenshot. Just a second there, lads. Definitely. Oh, definitely. That is beautiful. Stunning. Just stunning. Wow. Drifting off course. Worth it. So strictly speaking, I've got full mixture, full prop, full throttle. Carpeet's out a little bit. Strictly speaking, we shouldn't really be flying the plane in this manner. We're going to do damage to it. But in the interest of time and everything else, we'll just keep it sort of pedal to the metal. So we're not... I forgot to put my landing lights on, didn't I? I did. The last one. Always forget the lights in the GA planes. Anyway, yeah. For the interest of time, we'll just we'll leave it how it is. We can do a quick, the week sheet in terms of fixing it up later. Let me see, engine analyzer. Yeah, we're running pretty hard, like. But she'll take it. She'll take it. We'll be fine. That didn't record my landing, unfortunately. So I think because we did a touch and go, it didn't actually credit. Yeah. So because we did a touch and go, it didn't actually credit me for the landing. That's okay. I can go back and do it another time. That's fine. Oops. So Echo Delta X-Ray Whiskey is the next one. Gil, you can touch and go, man. I'm gonna do a full stop just very briefly, only because if I do a touch and go, it doesn't actually credit me for the landing as part of the Firefly Air achievement. So I'll do a full stop, but I'll just do a brief full stop. Although that touch and go was fun. Like, I wanted to do a few touch and goes, quite fun. You decide, man. I'm going to do a full stop, but if you want to touch and go, that's fine. And you are a pretty bit ahead of me, actually. What's our altitude? Jeez, we're hammering it here. All right, we'll start descending. It's only literally not the island in front of us, the next one up. That's sort of one with the bay. So the airport's roughly about here, I think. That's straightforward anyway. Right, we'll remember our lights this time. We got our lights on, we will. So, now the lights on. Let's bring the power back. If we're going to descend. So the throttle come back. Not that much. Should be okay there. So this is I believe we've just crossed, or have we? No, we haven't yet. I think strictly speaking we're still in Germany. Yeah, so we're heading into Sylt, Germany. And then our next, and as we leave, so the border for Germany and Denmark is literally where the end of this island is. It's right at the end of that island, just where those clouds are. Yeah, literally just here. That's the border of Germany and Denmark. So, and you know what I'm amazed at? It's very flat. If we head further north to the fjords, you know, rugged and with mountains, peaks. This is flat as a pancake. Look at that. I mean, it could be just a sim, I'm not sure, but you know, it looks pretty flat. I'll stop. Okay, no worries, man. Yeah, I didn't realize that I didn't get that credit. So, as beautiful as it is, you know, I don't particularly want to fly twice. I think I have more parts to fly faster. Yeah, I can. If you want, I can change aircraft if you want me to change. That's no problem. I picked this one because, well, I love it, but also because they're short hops, you know. Didn't want to be in a big rush. I can slow down, okay, no worries. Sounds like a wee lawnmower, doesn't it? Strimmer. Whippersnipper. Such a good looking wee plane though. Alright, so we're slowly descending down to our next stop. Bring the power back a little bit more. See if we can see the runway from here. Yeah, we can. Okay, so we're not quite lined up. We'll just get ourselves lined up. It's 5:30 already. The day is flying in. I cracked myself up. Bit bouncy down low. Okay. It's I'm picking up a little bit of turbulence on the way down. It's not too bad though. Like it seems to be okay. And saying that though, the way the flight modeling's done in this plane, it sort of picks up everything. Which is expected. Oh, here, do you know, I had this Twitch thing unlocked earlier, where I can now assign VIPs, so I'll set you as a VIP now. Why is for ascending here? Let me see, how do you do that? I'll work it out. Logged in earlier and said some notifications said achievement or something, and you can give people VIP badges, so that's pretty cool. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty good. So as I say, we're heading down to Echo Delta X-Ray Whiskey, Silt airfield in Germany, strictly speaking Germany, just off the coast of far north Germany, and right on the border of Germany and Denmark. We're in the Firefly Air Comanche. It's a beautiful, beautiful, crisp sunrise, and we're going to do a little tour around the Danish, the very flat Danish islands. Myself and local Stim. Also, I forgot what I was going to say now. Slipped in my head. Just bring that sound down a little bit. It's better. Yeah, it's first. This is the first solo day stream in a while. From me. Right, let's get our gear down. Do we notch flaps here? Bring our power back. So put a pause in the music for a second. Might not be that loud for you guys, but it's deafening in my ear. As I don't have a stream deck or nothing, I'm gonna have to go get all that stuff once I get back from overseas. I'm heading overseas tomorrow. Yeah, it is a bit bumpy here, Gil. It's a little bit bumpy. Hopefully the stutter and stuff stay away. So it's coming in okay at the moment. Coming down nicely. Let's trim it right a little bit. A little bit better. So we're gonna do a quick full stop here, just for a few minutes, and then we'll shoot on. So we've got 6 stops in total. This is what, stop number 2. I think it's 6 stops, including the final stop. Alright, another notch of flaps. Get the nose down. Just check the gears down. Yes, it is. Our lights are on. All looking good. Start bringing the power back a little bit more, and I've got a crosswind pushing me from the right hand side, so I'm just going to move a little bit beyond the center line just so I can drift onto it. Hopefully that tactic will work. Maybe not. It's a bit calmer down here. You know, it'd be really great, particularly for Flight Sim 24, to see the trees moving with the wind. You know, dynamic tree modeling or something they'll call it, you know. Alright, so I'm down to 80 knots, and I'm just gonna hold this line and let her drift on down into our landing zones. That's looking nice and smooth there. Oh, see, this is what happens. The yoke gets stuck a little bit. It's sort of yeah. It just needs. Well, I need a new one, to be honest, to bring the power back a little bit more. Bring the power back, and come on. Yeah, all I want to do is just slightly move it, just, you know, but and then that happens, and then you bounce. Yeah, that's what happens. Very frustrating, that. So it's just a limitation of the physical yoke that I'm using. It's quite annoying. Okay, but landing rate monitor gave me a landing rate there of 24 feet per minute. I'll take that over flows 227. Okay, I'll just taxi back here, Gil, and line up behind you. Oh, wait a minute. Have I lost my brakes? I might have. Have I lost my brakes? Yeah, they're not working too well. They are working, but they're not working too well. Where's the taxiway? Is it a back taxi, is it? Let's swing back around then. Let me have a quick look at that. I'll back taxi. It's just easier. Yeah, it's a massive taxiway the whole way around. See that? You keep going on that runway. No, I'll just back taxi. It's just easier. Instead of, oh, you missed a runway. Hang on. We're here all day waiting for me. Let's just have a quick look at the condition of the plane, shall we? Still showing us new, so you know that's fine. Let's go flaps up and then notch down for takeoff. Alright, on to our next leg. So we're going to depart here from Germany. We're going to cross the border into Denmark. We're going to land at the next stop, which is Echo Kilo Bravo India, I think it is, which is I think it's Billund Airport. Alright, we'll swing right here. And I'll just I'll swing around and then shoot off once I line up. Right, here we go. On to the next one. Lovely smooth takeoff. Gear up. Perfect takeoff, look at that. It's just beautiful. I'll just trim her down a little bit. And flaps up. And there we go. So, not bad scenery for default. Pretty good. And I think this part of the world is going to get another update in December. World Update 15. I think it's World Update 15. It's Northern Europe and Greenland and those places. Okay, let's make sure we're heading in the right direction. So this is this border that I was talking about is literally just going to do a slight right hand turn. It's literally right at the end of this wee island here. So the border of Germany and Denmark. And these islands are, I think they're connected by causeways. Either causeways or bridges, of course. So I'm just going to trim out a little bit. And I'm going to set the autopilot because I haven't used that in a while. I do think it's got a fairly simple autopilot system. So let's get our heading bug lined up. You can see the gyro drift there. And I'm going to use the tablet just because I haven't used this plane in a while. So let's go to autopilot. So we go autopilot master, heading mode, altitude, right? And then you gotta flick the switch, don't you? I think it is down here. Okay, so it's on. Yeah. Well, it says it's on. Off, on, right? On. How do we set it now? So that's a course. Where's our? How do we set our heading? I normally use the external panel, so this will be interesting. And how do we set our altitude? So we'll go mode. Ah, here we go. Heading. Let's go heading mode, altitude. Yep. Excuse me. how do I adjust the bug? Excuse me. It's because it's turned me the wrong direction. Let's get rid of that for a second. So I do remember this vaguely, but my heading bug. That's course. Where's my heading bug? Trim, right? Yeah. So it wants me to trim up or down. Down. Yep. Okay. RPM. Let's bring it back a little bit. Bring our mixture out a little bit. Bring our throttle just very, very slightly back. Alright, so okay, so we'll just I need to where do you control the heading bug? This right, okay. I don't know why that didn't work before. I must have had it in the wrong mode. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so I'm going to set roughly around 25 degrees. What are we on now? Roughly around 25 degrees. Oh, was it 25? Yeah, 25. So we'll just go left. There we go. Roughly about there. Yep. And yeah, that looks okay. Right, so we're literally just about to cross the border, which is effectively here, and that's a border of Germany and Denmark. We're crossing it in style in a Firefly Air livery made for the Comanche by Kanzui, and you know we're in a Comanche, so how good is that? At sunrise or at dawn, just you know, or early morning, just beautiful, beautiful. What a great plane. So let me give let's see if there's a little bit of background about the airfield that we're going to, which is Billund. So as the aircraft dances through the clouds, the route leads to Billund Airport, Echo Kilo Bravo, India, a bustling hub surrounded by Danish charm. And then we head on to, I think it's Skive or Skive, S-K-I-V-E airfield, which is Echo Kilo Sierra Victor. So that's our next one, and then we have our second to last stop, which is Echo Kilo Alpha Tango, Anholt Airport, and then our final stop will be Copenhagen. So we're probably about halfway there. While we look at our map and see where we are. No, we're not quite halfway there, but we're about a quarter of the way there. Where are we? There we go. So we took off down out on one of the islands. What was it called? Helgoland. Helgoland. Then we went over to St. Peter-Ording. Then we headed north up to Sylt. And now we're continuing sort of north east toward Billund. And then we'll continue north. Oh, I might have skipped one there yet. Up to Skive or Skive, and then we head east to Anholt, and then south down to Copenhagen or Copenhagen, depending on how you pronounce it. Autopilot won't work. I haven't flown the PA-24 in a while, so, and if I remember correctly, my autopilot in that machine never worked because the tablet didn't work for me. Now I think I fixed it now. but it has been a while. So you probably better just manually flying it and using your trim to keep you level and stuff. That's what I usually do. Now what's our altitude? We're a bit low here, aren't we? It goes up about 5,500 feet. Maybe we'll head up a little bit. We'll be there in 10 minutes, so we may as well hang around here. Yeah, we're looking good here. That's good. Beautiful. I never actually looked. There's no, see that? There's no doggy. Which is about right. I've dropped them off somewhere. We'll turn our landing lights off, because I always forget those. There we go. And we'll just do a little bit of tuning here. I love that tune. Let's see. I can't believe how flat it is out here. Look at that. You always get the odd there's a couple of Norwegian, I was going to say the old war film was sort of based out this sort of region. There's a couple of Norwegian war films out here, or based out here on the islands and stuff, particularly around like the early 1940s, you know, when the Luftwaffe were sort of dominating the skies and taking out bombers and what have you. There's a couple of those kind of shows I've seen. I think there's a new one there, kind of Norwegian one. I haven't watched it, but I did see it there a few weeks back. It's going to adjust my course a little bit, heading toward that fairly substantial airport off to my right, which is called, according to Navigraph, it is Vamdrup. No, sorry, my mistake. It's not. It's I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that one. Echo Kilo Sierra Papa. You can just tell that's a winter sun, can't you? Look at it, it just looks magnificent. What runway are we landing? I'll set it for 09er. Good question. I would land on 22.7. Gil, because the winds are. I mean, it's only 7 knots. Well, 7 knots in a Comanche is enough. The winds are at 290 degrees, 7 knots 290, so I would land on 2.7. So you're landing into the wind. So this is a little bit different for me, bit of a stream during the middle of the day, but what I'll do is, I'm just going to play a little bit of music. This is a song called Left It Too Late, and the full release version of it is on Spotify under Dalton Robinson. This was the first, it's an older mix, it is an older mix, but it was one of the first songs, instrumental songs that I'd written for the Worlds Apart album. There was a batch of 4 in a row, and this was one of them. So have a listen. So there we go. That's left it too late. Another touch and go. I'm not sure yet, mate. I'm just having a look. There's something not right. There is something not right. Because again, so ADXO to ADXW. Again, I wasn't credited for the. Yeah, right. This is very confusing. Very, very odd. Why would that be the case? Why would that be the case? Yeah, we'll do a. Yeah, we'll do a full stop because I might change planes. I'll probably jump into something a little bit quicker. Also, yeah, I'm a little bit perplexed. The FS Hub isn't picking up my landings, even though the landing route monitor is on and connected, and it is picking them up. So I'm just a little confused about it. We definitely flew from EDXO and landed at EDXW. And we went from Echo Delta X-Ray Hotel to Echo Delta X-Ray Oscar. There is a chance, maybe because I did a touch and go. Yeah, I reckon because I did a touch and go on the. I think I did a touch and go at Echo Delta X-Ray Oscar, and it's probably not registered. Not only the first day, but it hasn't registered the second leg of the landing either because it didn't recognize I was at that airport at all. So I reckon it'll pick this one up okay. If my theory is correct, that's what'll happen. I'll jump into the 850. I know I've flown that thing to death this week, but I'll jump into the 850 just to speed things along. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, actually, we'll wait and see if this registers. I'll put it off my aircraft. No, we'll jump in I'll jump in the A50. We'll jump in the A50. I love the A50. I was going to say, if this registers, then should be fine. Sometimes it doesn't pick up a particular type of plane because there's restrictions have been set or whatever, and it just hasn't been labelled. But I think I know what's happened. I can go back and repeat those legs at another time. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, the 930 is fine. 930 or even a PC-12 or Cessna Caravan, maybe a little bit slow, but you know, anything in around that kind of caliber, if you like. But the 930 and the A50 go pretty well together. I just want to fly the A50 because it's new and shiny, and I'm not going to get to fly for a week. I will be taking the 950 or the 850 on Tom Murphy's got a endurance flight plan for Friday week, and it's gonna be like a 12-hour flight flying down Route 66. I think it's just gonna be fantastic, and I think I'll be taking the 850 for that the majority of that time. So I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing for me is I've got to get up at it's either 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning. But I think myself and Big Boss Robinson are going to jump into it. I'm sure Viper Strike will be there. There'll be a lot of Fireflies there. Like it's going to be magnificent. Really looking forward to it. So I reckon this is us pretty much this is us halfway to our little jaunt around Denmark. Heading for Copenhagen. Is this our third stop? Just gonna bring my power back a little bit. We'll do our final turn. Final, I guess. Toward the runway. This is where A2A would come in really handy for me, so I'm gonna have to pick that up as well. There's a few things I want to pick up over Christmas. I made that turn a little bit prematurely. That's okay. We'll notch the flaps and gear down. Bring the power on back. So here we are coming into Billund. Not really sure how you pronounce it. Billund in Denmark. Logo stems on the ground waiting for us. Another notch of flaps. Flip. Comanche looking beautiful. A few stutters. I'm just gonna go in case I need it. Full mixture, full prop. A final notch of flaps as we point down toward the runway. Okay. Bleed some speed here. So I bounced slightly on the last landing. Landing rate monitor did give me a landing rate of 24 feet per minute. The one that comes up on screen is flow. I don't use that only because sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Only because it's not recorded. It just flashes up and disappears again. Landing rate monitor records. It's connected to the FS hub and the virtual airline, and it records all your landings. So that's why I always go by LRM, regardless if it's better or worse. I was gonna say it's usually a bit better, but it's sort of much of a muchness, to be honest. So here we go, coming in way too fast. Flying into that headwind, Gil, I think was absolutely the right call, because it's actually quite stable coming in here. It's not that bumpy, and I'm able to stay on the center line finally. So I'll just try and get the speed down, because I'm still too quick. It's coming down nicely though. I'm going to use a bit more of the runway just to get that speed down, and hopefully it'll just she'll just set herself down nicely. Once I get a little bit better control here. Here we go. That's too much. Alright, I'll set her down now. I'm really making a whole look at this. Hang on. Wow. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on. Set down, will you? This bloody yoke. Alright, we're coming down. No matter what happens now. There we are. Yes, yes. Go on. Well, I certainly use the length of the runway, that's for sure. Let's see. So I was saying about the difference between flow, which come up on screen, 26 feet per minute, and landing rate monitor. What do you see us here? So flow's given me 26, and LRM, which is the one I'm going to take, has given me 104. So that's the difference. And then on the last one, flow gave me 100 and something or 200 and something, and the LRM gave me 24. So you just don't know your luck. Okay, flaps in. So this plane has state saving, so I am going to hang on a second. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so I'm going to park up and just shut everything off properly, and then I'll jump out and we'll jump in with we'll jump back in here with the TBM 850. I was correct, so I've finally been given a credit for that leg, so that touch and go has kind of screwed me on the previous 2 legs, but that's okay, they're not that long. I can go back and redo them later on tonight maybe, if I get time. If not, I'll redo them in a few weeks time. Okay, let's just park up here for a moment. Oh, beautiful aircraft, look at that thing. Alright, with the brakes, parking brake on. Let's get our lights off, so let's go carpet in. I want to go strobes and landing lights off. I actually forgot to turn our fuel pump off, should have had that off earlier. We've got our mags off, so engine coming off. There we go. Beacon can come off. Everything else is all out. Avionics and autopilot off. Our fuel selectors back to off. Everything else is okay. Yep. And our batteries off. So we want to go wheel chocks on, tie downs, control lock and pitot cover, and our nav lights to off as well. And there we go. That was a couple of flights in the Comanche. So so we're halfway around. We're halfway there. Whoa. And we'll jump out now and jump into the TBM 850. So this is where we are. So we started down in Germany, did 2 stops in Germany, and now this is our first stop in Denmark. We'll continue north up to our next stop, which is, I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, Skive or Skive. And then we'll head across to I think it was Anholt, and then down to Copenhagen. It's trying to get me to fly back down and around to the next stop. I'm not sure if that's a new message or an old message. Right, let's see, aircraft. So 850. Oh no, hang on. Wrong menu. 850. I'm gonna pick my favorite livery, which is the one that's broken, but I think I know how to fix it now, so I'll pick that. So we're at Echo Kilo Bravo India, which is Billund. And where did I park? It was over here, wasn't it? Alright, we'll go from here. We'll spawn back in. I'm loving the 850. Absolutely loving it. I only bought it a few days ago, and I think I've flown it probably. I reckon I've flown this more than some of the other aircraft. You know, it's such a cracking little plane. So it says here, so a bus and hub surrounded by Danish charm is Billund Airport. That's where we're just about to take off from. Skive or Skive Airfield. I'm gonna actually Google that to see how it's pronounced, because that's sort of annoying me. Skive, Denmark or Skive. Denmark pronunciation. Okay. How do you pronounce it? Let's see. Oh, there's an audio thing.
Skew.
Okay, so it's Skeeve. I thought it was Skeeve. So heading up to Skeeve, or Skeeve. So it says, Boston says, Skeeve Firefly becomes the next point on this airborne map, a location where the sky meets military precision. Oh, interesting. Can't wait to get up there and check it out. Okay, TBM time. So let's get this thing started, and hopefully we don't have as many problems as I had last night. So crash bar up, battery on, generator on, ignition on. We'll go nav lights on. We'll come down to our pumps, fuel, auto, and auxiliary boost pump on, and starter on. So clear prop. Watch it away there, fellas. Mind yourselves. We're booting up. Let's go EFAS or EFAS on, which is coming on now. That's beautiful. Radio's on, and autopilot or AP trim / trim master on. I'll leave the heats for the moment. I'll leave the map for the moment. Condition lever or mixture coming in. We'll give that a minute just to spool up, and in the meantime we'll get our gyro, RMI and ADI and HSI all aligned or on. So far so good, and I don't have any mad warnings I need to be worried about just yet. Whilst that's coming up, we can knock our starter off and we can go to auto on the ignition. We can also go to auto on our boost, our auxiliary pump, and I'm going to send the prop up to high idle and bring the propeller up as well, so the cabin temperature's a bit cool. We'll fix that up in a moment, and we can do that now actually. So let's spin that round. We want to go, once that's stabilized, looks all good, so we'll hit B and reset the altimeter. We'll get our bleed on, and our air conditioning on, and our fans on. We also want our heats on. We may possibly need... oh, there's no clouds, so we should be okay. I'm not getting any issues here, and I'm just going to check the failures and make sure they're off. So we've got one real time. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to go schedule because we don't want them. Engine conditions 100%, so I'm going to leave that. I'll leave that to on. Finally, we just need to we'll run the clock. Where's the start button? I had this issue the other day. Is that one? What's that one? Ah, there we go. So we'll run our clock and we'll hit our cabin temperature to Celsius, and we'll also hit our outside air temperature to Celsius as well. And I think we're good to go. Let's get our lights on. Yep, and we look good to go. Right, right, go. Let me see where we're taking off from. So we're heading. We'll take off from runway 27. So we can go. We can head across to the opposite. If you head across on Bravo, just ahead of me. No shocks on, do you? No. Yep, we're moving. Beautiful. So I'm going to head across on Bravo, which is just in front of me, sorry. And then we'll cross the runway over onto Kilo, taxiway Kilo, and we'll taxi down that side. And then we'll take off runway 27, and we'll do a right-hand turn once we take off, or shortly after takeoff. Oh, you're putting it down the runway? Fair enough. Oh, you're doing the taxiway already, are you? No, you're putting it down the runway. Fair enough. And yeah, we'll take off and do a right-hand turn up to the next airport. Alright, we'll put it down the runway then, since it's pretty quiet. Flaps 1. Flaps 1, try it again. There we go. Happy days. In fact, are you putting it down the runway to turn, or are you taking off? I think you're turning. Okay, no worries. Hammering it here. I was going to bring some lights up. Some panel lights on. Is it panel or instrument lights? I think it's that one I want, isn't it? Yeah, I want the instrument lights. There we go. It's hard to stay away from this little machine at the moment. Turn. Okay, yep, no worries, man. No. Yeah, instrument, yes. Don't want the panel lights. Get them off. I'll bring them up a little bit clearer, I think. Bring those down a little bit. Right. Bit of music for takeoff. This is old. Oh, it's really old. Wow. Ancient. Okay, mate. Good to go when you are. I'll just swing in here behind it. And let's go. Alright, so we'll make up a little bit of time on these machines, hopefully. It's taken us about 2 hours to get this far, so an hour 40 it says. We were expecting to be done at an hour or 2 hours 20, so yeah, hopefully this will speed us up a little bit. Massive difference compared to the Comanche. Flaps up, gear up. Alright, so we're going to do a right turn to the north toward Skeeve. This song, the mix is really old. Every now and again, so I've got a long trip coming up tomorrow. It's like a 12-hour flight, and well, it's actually 3 flights, but the longest one's 12 hours. I've got a playlist of like really old mixes of all of our music, and I usually do that whenever I listen to the old stuff, like the really basic, the really conceptual, original ideas, because they often sort of transform into, you know, completely different pieces of music or completely different songs. So I've got a load of really old early adoptions on my phone to listen to on the plane, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's any sort of different music or different melodies that fall out of it. You know, like this one in particular. This is we never recorded the lyrics for this, but we actually wrote the lyrics. And it's called The Greatest Country in the World. Perfect for Route 66 flying, actually. Obviously, you know, again, exceptional mix. That was the first and I think only ever recording of it. Very, very, very rough, you know. But I like that sometimes, you know. It's like there's no polishing or EQing or nothing there. It's just pure plug and play, you know. Right, let's get the oh, I forgot what we were talking about. Let's get this autopilot set. A little bit too high, I think. So heading bugs aligned. So go heading on, altitude on, and I'll set the altitude for, I'll go 5,500 feet. And I want to just bring this down right there. So autopilot on and descend down to 5,500 feet. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to turn my landing and taxi lights off. There we go, we're booting at a 200 knots indicated to up to Skive in Denmark with local stim in the lead in the TPM 930. Right, that's I'm not sure what's up next, but we'll cue up a little bit of this. just love how the sun just silhouettes the plane whenever you go to the sunset or sunrise, and then on the other side it lights it up. It's just stunning. Anyway, so I love doing that. Absolutely love doing that. But back to real time, back to reality, as they say. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll see where we are. We're not too far away from Skeeve. It's like we're aiming for runway 32. I think Gil, which is effectively straight ahead of me. Actually, it's just slightly. Oh, there it is. There we are. Just slightly on my left. So we'll start preparing for our arrival. No, not that one. No, sorry, that's a done button. Right, just want to set the camera. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's down the runway. Oh wow, that was quick. Okay, so I'll go autopilot off and start taking her in. Come back on the power a little bit. I'll just hold this line actually until descend a little bit further. And I want to change the music because that song reminds me of something. Oh, that's good. That's a good tune. Again, not finished, but lots of potential. This is what I want to do in the real world. Headphones on, music blaring, flying planes, you know? Like, how cool would that be? Obviously you'd only be flying in areas that, you know, there are no ATC and probably over land that you own. You know. Not sure how realistic that is. You can dream though. You can dream. Yes, full stop, please. Please go, yep. I'll try and do a bit of a, almost like a hybrid kind of full stop slash touch and go. I just need to stop long enough so it registers, and then I'll shoot on. So I'll not leave the runway or nothing. I'll just stop, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then boot it. Okay, did we put our lights on? I think we did, didn't we? No, we didn't. Let's get our lights on. Leave the taxi lights off. Alright, let's go notch the flaps. And gear down. Watch the speed coming back a little bit. Bring our throttle back. As we soar across beautiful Denmark. Going to give a little bit of. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to float down toward the runway here. This is fine. Just check and see it, make sure it's lined up, sort of ish. So this particular song the guitar riff that you hear, that's my guitar riff. It doesn't work with the vocal. But I always like the guitar riff just as it complements the tune. And yeah, so there's another song called Tokyo Lights. The original guitar riff, again, I quite liked it, but it didn't work with the vocal. So you just have to sort of change them around, you know. I've still got the original Tokyo Lights somewhere that's got that mad guitar riff in it. Another notch of flaps parking right back. And see if we can set this down nice and easy. And hopefully not fall short. A little bit too low, but that's alright. Let me get that power back. Speed down. A little bit of power coming back in just to maintain control. A little bit more power coming into to maintain control. Speaking of Tokyo Lights, wow. Just a little bit short. I'm just holding this. There we go. That's better. And we want to touch down around about here. Try and get touchdown early in the runway. Just hold the nose, hold the nose. Park on back, hold the nose, park on back. Gonna be a fast touchdown. A little bit of right rudder. Alright, stop, stop, stop. Alright, park and brake on. Okay. Landing rate monitor gave me 15 feet per minute. I'll take that, I'm happy with that. And what I'm going to do is hit the refresh here. Wait for it to register. Right, that looks good. Park and brake off. And let's go. Flaps up and down again. Here we go. Hopefully there's enough runway. I don't think there is, but we'll make it work. We'll believe that there is. We'll visualize that there is. And up you go. Woohoo! Yep. Alright. Gear up. That worked. Just about. I'll take it. Everyone's still alive? Yep. Happy days. Happy days. Okay, we'll continue north, so right hand turn. Go flaps up. Oops. Sorry boys, sorry lads, hit the mic. Flaps up, and we're gonna, we're not gonna continue north, we're gonna head east. Toward Anholt. So we'll get a little bit of altitude here. And continue our journey to our second to last stop, which is Echo Kilo Alpha Tango, which is a place called Anholt. Anholt. Let's see what 6 knots has said about Anholt. He has said, continuing the airborne odyssey offers a tranquil interlude, a moment of calm amidst the vastness of the atmosphere. Anholt Airport marks the next chapter, a Danish embrace in the high altitude journey. What beautiful words. 6 knots, beautiful words. And then we turn. Then once we do Anholt, we go down to Copenhagen or Copenhagen, depending on how you pronounce it, for our final stop of today. Not bad for Monday, huh? Okay, we can knock our landing lights off at this point. And I'm just going to set my autopilot up, so we've got my heading aligned. And I'll set the altitude for, let's go 4,500. Yep, we're doing alright here. Hang on a second. That's okay. So 9:42 a.m. local time in northern Denmark at the moment. Well, actually, it's not quite northern Denmark, but it's Denmark. And still can't believe how flat it is. I didn't realize Denmark was this flat. Like, I don't think we've seen a single hill or a mountain or nothing. You know, I never really fly around this region, so like it's nothing. It's flat as a pancake. Incredible. So I have flown around the fjords, around Norway and Sweden, and just reminds me of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Fantastic though, you know. Beautiful. Sort of makes you want to jump on a boat though and navigate your way through them too. We want to set 79 degrees for our heading, our course. Very flat, nice scenery. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful scenery. I totally agree. Totally agree. Gorgeous scenery. And you know what? The sim's performing really well at the same time, and like the texture and the rendering is pretty good. Like I haven't really seen any issues. There's no melting or, you know, aside from the trees, but they're always rubbish, you know. The clouds and all look pretty good. The weather's been great. So thankfully no issues or any of those sort of problems compared to last night. I was organising a few clips earlier on. I only ended up doing one or two. I think I only ended up getting time to do one actually, in between other things. And I was watching some of the stream back from last night. Yeah, what a disaster. It was funny, like, but you know, one thing after another just went wrong for both of us. It was really funny. I'm sure it won't be the first time. I'm far away in front the next airport. I'll stop footing. Okay, no worries, man. The music is playing. There's a song called A2A. That's out on Spotify as well. This is the instrumental early mix version of it. Very early mix version. So what I need to do, I actually need to figure out. Very sunny in the cockpit. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it is. It's actually, especially when you hit the clouds, like it's just like a big white wall. Reminds me of a time when I was driving through Maine in the US, and it was like torrential rain come down. It was almost like but it was really overcast, like sunny overcast that day. So it was just like this white sheet in front of you because the rain was coming down that hard, and it was, you know, it was a bit mad. But anyway, so yes, that was a song called Victoire. It's also on Spotify as well under Dalton Robinson. Again, that's a really early mix of it. What I need to do is I just need to figure out how to get the songs that whenever I play them, they actually come up on screen without having to create a label for every single song. I'm not really sure how to do that yet. Either way, I'm gonna have to go and label some stuff anyway, because that last mix was called a Victoire 11 11 17 Inst. So yeah, most of the old mixes have all got dates on them as when the mix was last touched, I guess, or when it was exported from the DAW. It's a song. This is a bit of an exclusive. This. So we released a song called The Crown, and we did it as like an acoustic song, and this was the original. This is where it came from. This was the original version of it, and it was a full band version. 5 years ago this was written. 5 years. as I said, that was ended up being released as an acoustic song, that, and I was never. I mean, obviously you can clearly hear it's, you know, an unfinished mix. The guitar and all wasn't EQ'd or nothing. It's not even sitting in the mix right at all. But yeah, the only part I sort of I don't mind the guitar stuff in it, but it could be a lot better. You know? So acoustically, it just worked better. It was sweeter. You know, it was nicer. But anyway, okay, so we're not too far away. We're on our way down to Anholt, and Gil, I think this is a grass runway, by the way. I just hope it's long enough. It appears to be grass, but you know, sometimes they're not, so you wouldn't know. But it's on that little island there in front of us. Dirt, okay, no worries. Cool. So I'm going to go autopilot off my aircraft, and we're going to start taking it down. About I left my lights on again, didn't I? So I did not. Okay, landing light's coming on, and we'll just get ourselves lined up here with the dirt strip and a TBM. But that's okay. We'll bring the power back a little bit. This is our second to last stop. Final stop is Copenhagen, and it's probably just a little bit longer than the leg that we've just done. It's probably about, the leg we've just done is 80 miles, so Copenhagen's probably about 110 maybe, roughly. Maybe 100, maybe 100. So if you just joined us, we're just doing a bit of a tour around Denmark. Started off in the Comanche and two Pipers. Comanche, and I think it was in either the Cherokee or the Arrow. And so we did a couple of stops there with them. Then as we crossed into Denmark, we changed into the TBMs, so 930 and the 850. We're just on our second to last stop here, which is a little island right on the border of Sweden and Denmark, to an airfield called Anholt. And if you like, you know, if you like what you see and hear and the music and whatever, or what have you. You know, be sure to hit the follow, and I'm gonna be offline for about a week, but I'll be back next week with, might do some airliner stuff next week. I haven't done an airliner flight in a little while, so although I am loving the TBM at the moment and the GA planes at the moment, so you know, we did a little bit of everything. Start coming down here a little bit more. Let's see. I don't think I'm lined up. No, not too bad. Not too bad. I can make this work. Start bringing that power back a little bit. Do a notch of flaps. I've just had my hair cut and I can feel the t-shirt needs changed. Alright. Should do this here. Let's get the gear down, but actually I want to watch the gear come down. I like doing this one, see. This is cool. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this review. Some detail on those wheels in there. Very good, very nice. Very fancy. Okay, enough of that. Let's let's land the thing. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay, so it's actually over here, but beyond the trees. I'll see if my other camera's working and give a sense of what I'm doing here. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. Now we're talking. I used to have, I've got some panels, radio panels and switches and stuff here just on my left knee. I used to have them mounted on top of the yoke, but I wanted a bit of desk clearance, so I ended up moving things around and get rid of wires and what have you, and you know, that sort of thing. There's another screen up here that you can't see. Alright, here we go. So I'm just over those trees, I think. Yeah, I came a little bit too far. I thought I had to come around the trees, but clearly not. Oh, another notch of flaps. I just got a notification which I think might interest some people. I'll read that out. I'll read those out in a moment. Once we land. That sounds pretty good. Oh wow. I mean, yeah. Talk about that in a second. Alright, speed's coming down, I'm coming down, the plane's coming down, flaps are down, they had a bit of a crosswind but it's not too bad. Let's see if we can just get down a touch. A little bit too quick, but that's okay, I'm always too quick. Let's get over onto the dirt here a little bit more, and touch down, now. Brakes on. Bit of rudder. So I think that was a lot better than it was given credit for there. It gave me 222. Like, I know I sort of knocked down a little bit, but still. Just before we move on, let me I just got a notification from. Oh, hang on, it's gone now. Anyway, I think what it said was Latin VFR or LT VFR are bringing out an A340-300 and also bringing out an A330 as well. I think that's what it said. Which is, I mean, LT VFR or Latin VFR are yeah, they're okay, you know. They're A321 with the fly-by-wire mod is pretty good, but without the mod it's, you know, meh. So hopefully if they're going to bring out an A340 and an A330, they have to put a little bit of effort into it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't expect it to be as good as the Aerosoft A330 that's coming out. You know. Good to go, Gil, when you're ready. So, final leg down to Copenhagen. Oops. Alright, here we go. And then there was another notification there as well. It looked like TFDI Designs have postponed something, and I'm willing to bet it's the MD-11. I'm really looking forward to the MD-11 coming out. It looks like they're postponing it. I haven't read that one properly yet, so I'll get a read of it once we get up and stabilized here. Gear up. And I also need to get some lights on in this room. Hang on a second. Oh, here, watch this here. Alexa, lights on. That didn't look anywhere near as impressive on camera as it did in the room. Right, flaps up. But it's brighter in here. Okay, let's knock this one off. Call that landing cam, so you can see me do all this. Throwing the yoke everywhere. Right. Final leg, and this leg is, I think it's actually the longest one. So I'll go and read some of this stuff out and see what they've enlightened us to. TFDI designed and Latin LTVFR or Latin VFR. Just give me a second to set this up now. Hang on. So we want to set heading bug, and we want to set our altitude and set. Okay. We'll just do our climb rate. Bring it up. That's okay. That's fine. We'll put that up. Yep. Excellent. Get our landing lights off. Let's check our course. We want to actually adjust that. So we'll probably want to go about there. Maybe a little more. So let me see what that said. So Jesus, let me try this again. MSFS addons.com. Wow, that was a struggle. Have just pinged a notification through to say that it's not on their thing yet. Basically says TFDI designs have announced a delay. I didn't catch what it was for though. I'm assuming it's got to be the MD-11. Has to be. Just do a slight nudge on the heading here. Don't want to go drift too far, of course. And then the other one was the. What's this? No, it's not that. I think the notification's gone. Yeah, the other one was the Latin VFR. I'll go and have a look. Here we go. So Latin VFR, what is this here? So they're bringing the A330-900 Neo, even though we've got a freeware. So that's interesting. I'm more interested in the A340. I've flown in an A340, the 4-engine single decker. I flew on the A340 from London Heathrow to JFK in 2009, and it was a big, comfortable plane. It was with Virgin Atlantic. It was a big, comfortable plane. Well, funny enough, it looked like that. Virgin Atlantic, there you go. As we flew in, I think that's business, but we flew in first class. It was a friend of a friend upgrade. I can't afford first class. It was a friend of a friend upgrade. That's the A330. Yeah, it was the A340. There we go. Feature list: customized systems. The Airbus A330neo simulating its basic cockpit functionalities. Highly detailed external and internal model. Realistic A330 cockpit with functionality in most of the basic systems. Simulation of auto transfer of trim tank. Fuel dumping capabilities. Cabin model with business class, premium economy seats and galleys. Okay, that's good. But I don't think we've seen business class yet in any of the airliners. We don't really have that many long haulers, so fair enough. 42 custom liveries of real-world airlines. Excellent flight dynamics that resemble an Airbus A330-900 characteristic power management fuel systems. VNAV, good. EFB, they've got one already, but it's not great. With weather aircraft. No, aircraft loading sim brief, Navigraph charts. Okay, so sim brief integration, that's good. Let me pause this. Navigraph again, sim brief flight plan, ground service equipment on demand via VFB. I think they've got that. Cabin interior with the picnic sector and realistic science. Now that's the 330. Where's the 340? Okay, so there's no detail on the 340 yet. Oh, new update for the MD-80. Okay, that's good. Or the DC-9. We'll be keeping an eye. Oh, hang on a second. The A330neo is to release this Thursday in the sim marketplace. And the A340 is close to being released as well. Right? Interesting. When we spoke to Latin VFR, they said the plan is to release the planes in similar fashion as they did with the narrow-bodied Airbus planes. That being they will continue to provide new updates and functions over variants over time. This will include the beloved A340-600 series in the future as well. Furthermore, updates will also trickle down to the A320 series of aircraft released by Latin VFR. Okay, so you could literally be talking a new A330. Don't know how good it's going to be, but a new A330 released on Thursday. Excellent. And we could potentially have an A340 within the next couple of weeks or a couple of days. Probably a week or two. Well, that's exciting. That is exciting. Unfortunately, I'm not here until next week. Otherwise, well, it'd give me a chance to read some reviews then on it. I was going to say I could actually do a review myself. Maybe next time. We're drifting off course a little bit, so I'm just going to do a wee nudge again. Yep, I'm way off course. Actually, throw me over a little bit more than that. Okay, let's see if we can find this. So we're going to find this update from TFDI Designs. So TFDI Designs, MD11, I bet that's what it was. Let's see. Progress. I don't even know who pinged me. It was a notification from a website, so it'll be in one of these. We'll try FS Elite. No, that's where we just were. Sorry, we'll try MSFS add-ons. Oh, the Juice Goose. Yeah. Pump Springs, Got Friends, Blackbird. No. No, they've got nothing since last week. Who else would have? I'm not sure who else. Excuse me. Just 7:15. My goodness. Let's Google it, see if we can find it. So we'll go Tuesday night 11 announcement. Let's have a look in their Discord. They had TFTI Designs had a development or a developer sort of group Discord video call chat thing the other day. I jumped in very briefly for part of it, but I didn't stay too long. I was wondering if maybe it was announced then. I've got the Discord here somewhere. Hang on a second. Oh, here we go. Announcements. Everyone 749 yesterday. No, it's not that. Ah, no, here we go. It's part of. Alright. So, apologies if I'm preaching to the choir here. I haven't actually read this. So it says this is TFDI Designs. So we've taken the decision to delay the MD-11 Collector's Edition by 1 week to allow our quality assurance team to dive deeper into the aircraft to ensure that you get the best aircraft possible. When the Collector's Edition holders purchased their licenses, they were guaranteed access to the beta testing process. Once the aircraft is in their hands, we will be relying on it to report bugs, etc. Okay, so they've delayed the beta. That's fine. for good reason, for quality reasons, you know what I mean? Although I think, in saying that though, I think people have actually put money down on that plane a year ago, like a full year. I'm really looking forward to it, but it better be good. Like, it better be spectacular. You know, a little bit like this PMDG AFB that's never coming, or that's just been announced. Well, it was nothing announced, but you know, like we're close to release, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just a farce. Like, if I'll not say that. Never mind. I was going to say, if these people work for me, that would be a different story. But anyway, so we're coming down toward Copenhagen. Gil, I reckon I'm just going to go straight in on runway 12. Was it 12? Yeah, runway 12. Straight in and no messing. We're not too far away. This was a much quicker leg than I actually thought it was going to be. And thus concludes our little tour, our trip of Denmark. We'll do a recap of it shortly, but you know, it was quite nice. It was beautiful weather, very flat scenery, which was not a bad thing because it meant that the sim was able to behave and didn't have any dropouts or any issues, which is really good. You know, we were sitting at 70 odd frames, 80 frames, 86. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad for. I mean, look at the modeling. I mean, okay, it's not, you know, it's not satellite, but 90 frames a second, and you're looking at that. It's not too bad when you zoom it out. Like, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Beautiful sun. Look at that sun. It almost looks like a cartoon sun, doesn't it? In the cockpit, what we're doing, so around about 80 frames as well. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. No stutters, very little stutters this time around, which is good. So we can't, yeah, I can't complain too much. Slight stutter there. I never actually tested out what do these things do. I know what they do, but what do they look like when they're deployed? Actually, not bad. It's not bad. Wow, look at that. It's pretty cool. How do you get rid of it? There we go. No, there we go. It's cool. I like those. Yeah, so I'd say very flat scenery up here, but beautiful. You know, spectacular scenery up around Denmark, northern Denmark. Retune for landing. Right, we'll get our landing lights on. Have a little look. Should be able to see something by now. That's the airport there. And if we just slightly head to the right, we're just going to follow local stem down. So we'll go autopilot off. We'll swing on over here because I think we're not quite aligned. Let's get a little bit of light on here. A bit better. This is our final stop of this afternoon or this evening. That lasted a lot longer than what I expected. It was almost 3 hours. It's not bad. Pretty good going. So as I say, I'm going to be off out of the country for all of this week until next Tuesday. I'm heading overseas for a spectacular trip. Oh, excuse me, apologies. Which I've had planned for a little while, so looking forward to that. And then when I get back next week, we'll do some more. Probably do some more of this. Look at this. That. It's a festival. Campsite. Pretty good. But yeah, we'll do some more flying when I get back. I'm looking forward to it already. So I think we're taking this runway here. I didn't look at the winds or anything. I just what's going on over there? Someone's a bit of a gap there. Look, bit of a causeway missing. All right, gear coming down. We're going to go hard on our flaps, bring our power right back to get slowed down, and we'll come in here for a final full stop landing, hopefully at a decent rate. A few stutters. Copenhagen, I don't think I've got this airport. I don't think I do, I'm not sure. A little bit of power, we're slowing down rightly. Get the landing cam on. Don't know why it's the landing cam. I just always put it on for landing. Well, not always, but you know, when I turn it on, I turn it on for landing. So you can see me fighting with the yoke. Just watch our speed. Showing us a little bit low, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. So speed back. Or throttle back. Okay. I'm going to put a hold on the music. Sorry lads, behind the mic. And we're going to come in here. Yeah, I'm way too low, but I'm okay with that because I'm going to use a little bit of runway as I come down over the lights. I'll try and hit the landing zones. I said I don't think I have this airport, but it looks a little bit. It doesn't look like the. Oh, I think it's handcrafted, isn't it? One of those Sobos handcrafted, maybe. Not sure. All right, let's bring the power back. Try and hold this line best I can. And power back and touchdown. Whoa, touchdown! There we go. Right, there we go. That's better. Almost lost it there. And do we have time? Can we swing? Yeah, I think we can. Let's do a left-hand turn. Handbrake turn here. Over toward loco stim. That wasn't bad. So the landing rate monitor. So flow give me 68. Landing rate monitor give me 107. That's the recorded one I have to go by. They're very different. They're so different. Now, I don't think anything's shaked or nothing there. So you know, I'm happy enough with that landing. I think 107 is a bit harsh. LRM, to be honest. Flaps up. We'll get our taxi lights on, landing lights off, and strobe lights off. We'll just blitz on up here. Park up beside our very important person, local stim, aka Gil. I think I might have to cut across here, do I? Yeah, we're not really supposed to do this, but we'll not do it anyway. There's an Aer Lingus sitting there. Yep, very important person, and wonderful pilot. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. Right, roll up here and park. There's a Qantas plane as well. I'll be on one of those tomorrow. So 737, 800 for the first leg, A380 for the second leg, and then I'll be back on. I think I'm back on the 737 for the third leg. So not really supposed to park here, but the here will do. Right, park and brake on, lights off, taxi lights off. We'll get our propeller, prop mixture down, and also our fuel mixture off. Radios can come off. Oh, hang on, just a bit of a stutter there. AP trim off, heats off. Fans off, bleed off, flow off, EFAS or EFAS off, EFAS. I'm thinking of ECAS. Boost pump off, auto selector for fuel off, up overhead, navs off for lights. We'll get our alignments off and ignition off, starters off, and we can drop the bar. There we go. That was good. So what did we do? So just do a quick little bit of a recap. So we started off over at Helgoland, and in Germany. It's actually German island. And Gail, no worries. That was thanks to the land. Yeah, that was a lovely flight. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. Anytime, mate, as I said, just ping me, no problem. So we'll start off in Germany, then we headed across, still in Germany, headed across to St. Peter, Ording. Then we headed north up to Sylt, and then we left Germany, crossed the border into Denmark. That's when we took the Comanche or the Pipers up to that point, and then we swapped into the TBMs. Then we went to Billund, or we might have swapped that Billund actually. Then we continued north up to Skive, and then we headed east over to Anholt, and then south down to Copenhagen. So that was good. It was a little bit of a Firefly Air achievement, but I'm actually going to have to redo some of it because I messed a little part of it up, and I also messed out an airport too. but we'll not talk about that. So thanks to Big Boss, or not Big Boss, thanks to 6 Knots for putting that together for us. And if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, Firefly it's hosted on FS Hub. If you go to twotonemurphy.com, you see all the information. If you want to sign up to it, it just makes flying a lot of fun. You end up get a chance to do these sorts of things. Go to places you typically wouldn't think of. Like I wouldn't have thought of going to Anholt or going to, Skeeve or Silt. I didn't even know there was an island. At the border, I didn't even know where the border of Norway and Germany was or is. So, the sea border anyway. So it sort of makes for interesting kind of flights and stuff, and it's educational too. Okay, so we're going to. What I'm going to do is, as I say, I'll be back with you. I'll not be streaming this week until probably Wednesday or Thursday next week. In the meantime, you'll have Big Boss Robinson to keep you company. We'll not have any joint streams this weekend either, unfortunately, as I'm away. But I'm looking forward to getting back, and I do have next week off work as well. So I will be doing a little bit more next week as well. Probably doing a few extra streams just to make up for this one, make up for this week, and hopefully by then we'll have possibly a new A330-900 to check out, and hopefully we'll also have maybe a few other aircraft which have been sitting in the works. Maybe the FS 500 by FS Reborn. I'm really looking forward to that. You never know. So okay, so stand by. We're going to set up a raid. We're going to go over and see Captain Nabib. I think he's doing some VATSIM controlling. Might be interesting, and it usually is. And it looks like he's. I'm not sure where he is, but we'll go and jump in anyway. Oh, he's in Melbourne. He's doing VATSIM controlling from Melbourne Tower, so that should be interesting. So we'll go and we'll get that started up, and Gil, thanks for jumping in. That was a great flight, dude. Really enjoyed it. Really, as I say, welcome to join in any time, and I'll hopefully catch you next week, and everyone else. And thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. It makes this a lot of fun for me. It genuinely truly does. And we'll go see Captain Nabib, and that's it from me. So take care. We'll catch you next week.